Hello and welcome again back to the Banner Saga. So, last time, mistakes had been made. We had left Einertoft with no food to start with. And then attempted to help an injured Varl, which really didn't net us anything yay or nay. In fact, not sure if that'll have repercussions in the future. Then we were met up with Ubin, who thankfully brought us some supplies, and had Gunolf join us. And then, along the summer path, we tried to force our way through the short route, which, while it did net me the World Hook, which gives it +2 to armor break, it did have some negative effects. First of all, I am running with most of my people currently injured now. Well, I guess I shouldn't say most. 3, but 3 of the ones I've been using. And also, sadly, in the push, Mogan was killed. So now I have... sorry, not Mogan. Hogun, the other brother. The one with a shoulder, with a head on his shoulders. So now I'm left with the crazy one. That's probably not going to go well. But now we must continue on our way to Sigrholm with 1 day's rations left, and we're most of the way through that day. And they were saying that it should extend our travel time by 7 days to take the long route. Which, when attempting to force my way through the short route, well, that didn't work. So, this'll get close. Morale has declined, and we're officially out of food. Please tell me that's a town. Please tell me that's a town. Harsh words from one mother to another draw the attention of the entire caravan. My daughter marries Ragni or no one. That reed-thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. The insulted mother bares her teeth, ready to attack. Explain yourselves. I need to step in. Ragni chooses my daughter on his own, the insulted mother says, but this one thinks I have something to do with it. Launching forward, the first woman flails wildly, shouting, "Liar!" The women are separated and eventually calm down, but you worry that this is far from over. Please tell me they're one of the ones that died. That's harsh of me, but please, that would be lovely. Sadly, I don't think my problems are going to be solved that easily. You enter a village of miners who want to know what has been happening recently between the rumblings of the quake and sightings of Dredge in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children, and know that these people will only be more mouths to feed. I'm going to let them make their own decision. You welcome anyone who wishes to join Caravan. Many do, while others choose to stay in their homes and see things through. You wish them luck. I gained more clansmen. And there's a market. And I'm going to need supplies, especially with adding in more people. That was foolish of me. Yes, okay. That should be enough to get me there. And since I'm probably not going to buy these, I am going to look at them, though. Stamp that symbolizes a chieftain's will passed down from father to son and kender to kender. 1 will per turn. Wait, does that mean, like, automatically you gain an additional will per turn? Because that's pretty awesome. Narwhal Horn. When an enemy of weaponless Varl were ambushed on a frozen lake, the god Medic was said to have provided their salvation. +1 to break. Well, since I've got +2 and +3 to break, I really don't need +1. Comb of the Loom Mother. Even the godless will hesitate to strike down the Loom Mother's chosen few. -2 drawing aggro. That would actually be really useful on my archers. Bloodshed coins. Pewter coins pressed with ancient symbols of respect, often laid on the foreheads of those fallen in battle. +1 per kill. So, that's probably why this one is higher ranked than this one, because the additional will per kill basically is like having an additional charge on the horn for that person. Okay. So I have more food. Or at least I thought I did. Or did I not purchase that? I did not. Oh, whoops. Let's confirm that and actually not walk off without supplies. Oy, oy, oy. And this is why I should never be the hero of legend. If I am the hero of legend, everyone, I advise just finding a remote tropical island to spend the last of your days on. Not that I see many tropical islands in this land. "Look at that!" shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch Dredge pooling into the village you just passed through. "I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive," says Alette, "but you have your doubts." "They're coming," says Ivor, pointing out a line of Dredge leaving the village and marching toward you. As you watch, the Dredge in front falls over, and then the one behind it falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Nid, the archery student of Oddlife's, who you recall deftly shooting a snow rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another Dredge topples. "That's incredible," says Oddlife, squinting. "But we should get out of here." "Yeah, let's go. Let's go. But why don't you come with us the next time you want to try out that bow," you tell Nid, who nods, a smile on her face. "I gained an extra person. Morale has declined." "Ah, but no one died on my side. The villagers chose to leave on their own." I wonder if those kills count towards Nid. I'll have to check that. "Someone's been nicking extra goods from the supplies," a concerned woman tells you. "Counted these myself yesterday. No mistake. This keeps up, we'll be starving before long." Post extra guards to watch the supplies. To deter any further theft, you discreetly place some trusted guards by the caravans. You hear a few people casually point out the extra manpower, but no one seems to raise alarm for now. Let's hope I don't lose any more supplies. Morale has declined yet again. Gee, it's the end of the world. I wonder why. To be fair, I mean, these guys have been dealing with what could be equated as the end of the world for a while now. Your gods are dead and the sun has stopped in the sky. God, I love this music. That's it? We're not going to stop? No option to stop at the Godstone? The Godstone of Dunder passes around you. In the frozen climate here, it looks like the rock has split and is falling apart, held together only by the deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the snows, the wind drops off completely, picking up again once you've passed through. "I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night," says Ivor, who seems to have noticed the same thing. With all the snow around it, Dredge might not even be able to find us. Stay overnight. You walk around camp before settling in. Along each strand of Dunder's massive beard is carved a different part of his story, and you turn your head to and fro to read it. While the Loom Mother was the first to create, she soon found a counterpart in Dunder, who embodied her ideals in a masculine form. Dunder took some of her creations, gave them beards, and showed them the secrets of smithing, though many remember him just as fondly for teaching them games and songs of mirth. Oh, interesting. As the camp settles in, you notice a group of boys huddled around something. They show you an offering box carved into the Godstone itself. The box is an elaborate construction of interlocking pieces which slide around when touched. "We can't get it open," they tell you. "It's like a puzzle." "Try to open it. I think this might be what Greyman was talking about." The boys take turns working out the puzzle and give you tips when it's your turn, though you don't seem to make much progress. Eventually, they leave to sleep until it's just you and a couple other determined youngsters. I'm going to keep working on this sucker. It's hard to know how long you spend sliding around the smooth puzzle pieces, but when people begin emerging from their tents, you know you're in trouble, exhausted from a long sleepless night. Worse still, the box remains closed as you shuffle warily along with the leaving caravan. Oops. Should have just got a night of rest. Oh well. Alright, Sigrholm is... No, that's... Oh, that's Hochstorp. That's the other place. A flurry of snowfall seems to come out of nowhere and quickly thickens until you are unable to see the man in front of you. You shout out a complete halt, but the screaming winds drown out the sound. A day passes before the blizzard abates and clansmen start to reappear from the snowdrifts. It quickly becomes apparent that not everybody is where you last saw them, and a quick search of the area is not enough to recover all the missing clansmen. Make a thorough search. It takes time to establish proper search teams, but you devise a way to quickly cover as much ground as possible. After a full day of searching, you find many survivors, but your successes are dampened by a number of frozen bodies and others who have simply vanished. Disheartened, you return to travel. Yeah. Ooh. And a Varl. Ooh. There goes more people because I just ran out of supplies. Ah, got me in there. In the distance, Hochstorp smolders like an old campfire. Even from here you can see black figures shambling through it. That looks like a dead town, remarks Ivor, confirming your impressions. There's usually survivors, oddly reminds you. Check it out. No guts, no glory, and I hope that this doesn't come back to bite me in the rear like it did last time. I hope others would do the same for me. Dredge are nothing we haven't faced before. Ivor grunts, but otherwise says nothing. Besides, it might throw Bellower off the scent a bit. You head a day's march out towards Hochstorp. Lots more people do that. Supplies, 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 supplies. As soon as you've stepped foot in the small town, you think you've made a mistake. It's thoroughly littered with corpses. Within moments, the Dredge are upon you as though you stirred up an angry hornet's nest. You draw your weapons. Nice. Nice. Okay, so I could bring Nid in. Rank 2 Bowmaster. Bird of Prey. Bowmaster uses her longbow to shoot further than other, less experienced archers, and she always hits her mark. Bird of Prey makes it possible for her to strike units before they are able to get in attack range, and allow her passive puncture to be used against more enemies. Wait, does that mean she's got a larger range than Alette? Because she's an Eagle Eye. She just gets more break damage. In a straight line. Okay. Okay. So this name. Okay. Now the question is, what should my attack plan be? It is very tempting to have a long-range archer in the party. Yeah. And bonus to dodging strength attacks is always good. Okay. We're battered and bloody, but let's see if we can do this. He has the thing that gets more people coming, but he's also got more resistance to strength attacks. And he does have that ability to just say, I am shield wall. Taking a reading, praying to God. Praying to God. Okay. So, what is your range? Okay, so 9 and 10, 8 and 8, 9 and 9, 10, 15, 10, 11. Okay, these ones aren't too bad. These ones aren't too bad. Okay. Hey, everybody! Let's go with that. Everybody, look at me, look at me. Oh, you jerk. You jerk. I will crush your spirit. Nice dodge. That's right there. He threw it. But I really want to just wreck this guy's day. Why not? Hi. Yeah, no, that worked out well enough. Okay, how come you're not pulling more aggro? You're supposed to be pulling aggro. And you pulled that one. Heh, resisted. Okay. I think I can actually do what the gray man was telling me about. I don't think that counts as a diagonal. I hope it doesn't. I'm taking the shot. Because it should go. Boom, boom. Yes! That's what he was talking about. Oh, that was so good. Bird of Prey. Greater range with 100% chance of hitting. I'm just going to say take a pot shot at this guy and drop him. You have achieved Bowmaster. Okay. Ah, yes, that was fun to watch. Guard up again. He blocked most of it, actually. Ugh, jerk. You know, Ivor can kill you. I think I'm going to have him do just that. Night-night. Mark my prey. Smack him. Nice. He's only got one? I think I'll take that. Bye-bye. Smack. And you're gonna go... That's what I was afraid of. I'm sorry, Rook. I'm sorry, Rook. Wait. He moves? Wow. Okay. Okay, aren't you holding something that's supposed to draw more aggro to you? And... Oh, wow. Okay. Well then. He's not playing fair. Come here, you. Yep. And Nid's down. Okay, with a 5, he can't actually kill anyone. Let's break his armor some more. Oh, that is actually quite a nasty ability now that I see that. Okay. Ment up. Yep. Drop him like a hot rock. I can only do one break on that. He ran that way, and I'm running this way. Bye-bye. Smacka, smacka. Yeah. Go forward and crush. Okay. More injured. Lovely. But I did get that achievement. Haha. Rook has been injured. Nid has been injured. Everyone's injured. 8 more renown. Okay. Joy. This town is nothing but ghosts and now covered in more dredge bodies too. Remarkably, as you're about to leave, you find an old man sitting quietly in a tattered market hall with a couple items in front of him. He hums to himself as if nothing were wrong and seems to be in shock. Your clansmen gather him into the caravan before you leave. 1 clansman. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, I'll take that. Warrior's Oath, a medallion worn around the neck of some Varl to remind themselves of their worth as warriors, +1 will. Padded undercoat, heavy when soaked with blood and sweat, but a little bit of padding can be the difference between life and death, +1 armor. Obsidian powder, the fragments of shattered dredge obsidian, carefully ground to a powder, will sometimes explode when applied to a weapon, knockback on strength attacks of 4. Cool. Okay. Let's go talk to Nid, who I just got injured. Yay me! I'm a great tactician. I don't know if we've ever spoke. I'm Nid, your rook, I know. We've actually been traveling together for a long time. Isn't it strange how you can be so close to people and not know them? Every day I pass people I swear I've never seen before. I wanted to thank you for letting me join you. Have you always been such a good shot? Honestly, I never even tried before Oddleif made me. I spent my whole life making clothes, cleaning. Oddleif's good, but I don't think it was all her doing. It feels right. I just look where I wanted to go. Anyway, I feel better. The caravan, the people worrying all day and making problems, sometimes they really stew in their misery. I'm glad I can do something helpful. Where are you from? I don't think you're from Skorger. I knew most of the people there. No, I had a house in Frostfeller, but we were driven out when the Dredge started to show up. My husband died trying to protect our home. My sons and I were thrown out into the fields. I'm sorry. Eccle's men killed my husband. Now Eccl is traveling with us. For a long time I was angry. Why did he get to live? Why did you decide for the rest of us? You look away momentarily, not sure what to say. But I've let it go. I have 3 sons, and I don't want them to grow up with hatred in their hearts. That's why I wanted to thank you. You're welcome. I should be going. Don't think anything of it. We all have our own problems to deal with. Let me know if you need me to put an arrow in something. She returns to her tent where her boys are waiting for her. Am I about to lose Eccl? Is Eccl about to get shot in the back? I've got a bad feeling he's about to die. Not that I use him, but I got a bad feeling he's about to die. Okay, how much is it to promote you? 15. I'm too short. Damn. And Alette could be promoted. And that's 10. I think I'm going to hold off on promoting anyone for now, just in case. I'm going to do 1 day of rest, because that should get at least some of my people back in fighting condition. Yeah, now Ivor's only down to 1 day of injured. That heals up everyone else. Still got poor morale, but what else can I do? Oh, I forgot to check the map. Which path did we take to get here? Did we take that long route that I saw, that I thought it was? We did. That path through the high pass, and now we're coming back around on Sten's March. But if this place had already been hit, that does not bode well. Alrighty, let us continue on. And hope that I have enough food. And don't lose any more fighters. Yes, I know, my morale is in the crapper. An old man sits astride an overgrown portion of the trail. You lost, you ask? He adjusts the leather strap on his head and says, No. Are you? He jumps up and shuffles toward the caravan, his tattered clothes revealing no weapons. Well, I've seen better, the old man says, peering into the supply wagons, but I'll join you. He stands next to a fighter, throws his beard over his shoulder, and puffs up his chest. The fighter grins and the stranger exhales, asking, What are we waiting for? Lead the way! Who are you and what are you doing out here? Call me Unar, or anything else you like, the old man says. A man goes where he pleases, doesn't he? His stern look is more comical than intimidating, but you stop looking for answers. Okay, you're welcome to join if you can keep pace. Keep pace, the old man puffs through his mustache. No fleeter than old Unar! And husbands, mind your wives. I'm cursed with a golden tongue, not silver. The caravan enjoys a good laugh as they start moving forward once again. At least I got that. Small morale. I'm hoping that doesn't stab me in the back later. Or in the night. I wonder if that's Malukah singing. I'll have to put a link to her channel Because I'm pretty sure Malukah at least did some of the vocals for this. That certainly sounds like her. The Godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much-needed rest. Ivar shoos some children away from a solitary Dredge slinger lying dead beneath the stone. Should we be worried about that? You ask Ivar, pointing to the Dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still, couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Inspect the Godstone. Ingrid's Godstone is carved with ancient runes, which don't make much sense to you, though Eyvind tells you some of the Menders have deciphered them. It's how the Menders learned the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contain more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually, it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Eyvind doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. Back up and move on. As you're readying to depart, you hear screams from near the main Godstone. The same boys so curious about the dead Dredge before are shrieking and pointing. For a moment, you think it must have been dead, but then you see that they have opened a wrapping that was in the Dredge's hands. Wait, says Ivar, his arm across your chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes past and gasps. Stop! Shout Ivar! But the curious onlookers have already seen it. Oh boy. Leave it. On the ground before the dead slinger is a small, stony figure, its hand searching for something it can't find. That's a baby. That Dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these Dredge the whole way. Why are women with children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading. They're running. Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. I didn't know what. A darkness, something black is covering the world, and the Dredge are running from it just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quank, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivar, you knew? Why? Why didn't you say something? This is not the time. When I was young, I killed one of the Sundar during the Second Great War. We called it Rays. Every time we would build our defenses, it would flatten them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the Varl and stumbled upon Rays deep in a snowstorm, alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe, it twisted in the wind. Her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I killed a Sundar. When I found my way to Grofheim, the Varl wanted to make me Kender, next to be king. I left, walked until I ended up in Skogar, where no one knew what I had done. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. Oof. For a long time, nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature squirming before you. Well, I know what I would personally do. I'd stay out of this one. It's a child, but it's a Dredge. It's a child, but it's a Dredge. You know what? Put it to a vote. While some grumble about leaving it to chance, the caravan votes pretty clearly in favor of leaving the infant behind. It remains beneath the Godstone as the caravan departs. You try to put the whole episode from your mind and focus now on reaching Sigrholm. Thank you. I do not want that thing in the party. Ugh. The idea of having one of those, one of the Dredge. Oh man, imagine if when the Dredge set upon me if I had that. Ugh. Morale has declined after that. You're making the usual rounds when you hear a rather loud debate coming from the area that Varl have gathered. Ivar joins you as you approach. Oh, goody. What have we here?
Ubin, you'd rather be known for falling asleep and dying in the corner of a mead house than battling asunder?
No, I'd rather be known for not dying.
Don't even know what you're worried about. I did this 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors, plow headfirst into the dredge, they follow you into the hills, get lost, now they're not following you.
When you did this 100 times, did they have Bellower leading them?
Have you never heard about the time I hit Bellower in the head with a throwing axe?
Both Varl heart the debate when they suddenly notice you're watching. Don't stop on my account.
Careful, my friend. A lot of old history getting thrown around here. The warriors were just noting that there's a damn good number of Dredge on our asses.
Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks he can just wander up there and throw them off our tracks.
How about some gratitude?
Thought you'd be happy to finally be oldest Varl in the land, Ubin.
I'm never happy to lose more Varl, Krumer.
Besides, I'm not convinced you're really older than me. The world is ending and you two are bickering about silly things like that.
Old rivalry you've got there. Comments like that remind me I've already wasted too much time doing nothing. In the old days, I'd already be halfway to the battlefield by now. Speaking of which, you coming, Ingvar? You could ask Bellower for your arm back. Don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now.
All right, then. I'll tell Haderborg you said hello.
Krumer and a good many Varl warriors head out toward the growing army of Dredge.
Is he going to come back?
He always has before, but this time feels different. I fear. Damn! I wasn't using him, but...
But I'm fairly certain there was no way to stop him.
And it's not like he's beholden to me.
Oof. Come on, just get us to Sigrholm. Just get us to Sigrholm, please.
Unar, the quirky old man with the leather headband, says, "If there's one thing I know better than women in mead, it's, well," he smiles. "Well, nothing. But I know when a group could use some help. Just nod and let old Unar make everything better. No questions now."
That makes me nervous. Alright, but we'd appreciate any help.
That evening, Unar clears his throat and loudly recites a tale of travelers ending with war and death behind them, seeking hope instead. They carried on with courage, using heart and head. A strange poem, but the caravan is happy for a change of pace. Unar bows and turns to assist the cooks. The evening's meal is larger than ever, yet the supply wagon seems more full than before. You look to thank Unar, but he is gone.
What the...
Are we certain the gods are dead? Because that was a pretty trickster thing to do. "Gather round, doubters!" echoes a shout in the distance as Krumer and his band of warriors break through nearby foliage. "And behold the invincible Varl!" The caravan is thrilled to see Krumer return safely.
We're about to get attacked.
"Did the plan work?" asked Ubin. "Work," responds Krumer. "Of course it worked. Same old Dredge. Should be another day or two at least before they ever find their own asses." "And if you apologize, I'll tell you how I found these," Krumer says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a Varl. He leans in close, whispering so Ubin can't hear. "Had something to do with a raven's nest in a hair tie."
Okay, I have to read what this Dunder's hand is. That was funny. Oh, okay. Thank God. I was afraid. I was so afraid that he was dead, or that he'd be leading them right to us, on accident. Alrighty, what are these? According to myth, the god Dunder needed these gloves just to lift his hammer of creation, heavy as it was. Rank 5 item, plus 3 to strength. I'd be hilarious to throw that on Avent. The problem is, I don't really have a lot of rank 5 people. And I don't think Ivar could quite hit that point, although it'd be hilarious to see him get that strong. Let's promote Ivor. I like the idea of... what do I like the idea of? Being able to exert himself more is nice, but right now he's pretty much my heavy hitter, so... Okay. He's got that. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to get to Sigrholm before ending this one. So let us leave. As I'm already past my 30-minute mark. And this time, yes, I'm actually past it.
As approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud homes sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake.
Oh boy.
What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
At least the Dredge haven't reached here yet. That's a small bonus. One catastrophe to another, says Oddlife as you pull into Sigrholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. No, says Avend, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here, and you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Going upriver looks out of the question. The beach is bare, aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. You reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. Oh, goody. All I'm saying is, how long are you willing to wait? While taking stock of Caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddlife and Avend. As long as we need to. And I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes. I'm sorry, Avend. I think Oddlife is right. I saw a man the whole time we were setting up. He was just watching me. In a creepy way. And how long before the Dredge find us here? Juno will come. Just give it a little more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. Can we say stuck between a rock and a hard place? Okay. So, to do a quick recap before the end of this video. We continued on from Einortoft into Sigrholm. We have arrived at Sigrholm. And, amazingly, not lost as many people as I thought. Gaining extra supplies from a strange man named Unar, who if they weren't so dead certain that the gods were gone, I'd say he was a god with what he did. And Krumer, amazingly, giving us a few extra days away from Bellower. And also gaining Nid as a fighter. So we do have an extra archer. Krumer's back. Well, we'll just have to wait and see where this goes, won't we? Anyhow, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.